What's going on, everybody? Today is Tuesday, October the 31st, the last day of the month, and Halloween. Today we got 3 games on the schedule. Interesting matchups in New York and Cleveland, a rematch of last year's playoff matchup. San Antonio and Phoenix, Victor Wembanyama against Kevin Durant. And we got Orlando against the Clippers. Some big news with the Clippers. We're going to talk about all 3 of these games, all the news. We're going to analyze them, see if we can come up with some winning picks. Before we get started, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I would appreciate the support. And with all that out of the way now, guys, let's get started. In our first game of the night, we got the New York Knicks in Cleveland taking on the Cavs. The Knicks currently 2.5-point road favorites. I had them favored by 4. The Knicks 1-2 to start their season. Lost their opening night game to the Celtics. Bounced back with a win in Atlanta, and in the previous game, lost to the New Orleans Pelicans, which was the second night of a back-to-back for the Knicks. An absolute stinker of a ball game. They scored only 87 points, played very bad. The shooting was horrendous. 37% from the field, 19% from 3, just 7 for 37. Can't really beat anybody shooting with percentages like that. The Knicks on the injury front, it looks like a clean bill of health. Everyone should be playing that was playing in the previous games. The Cavs also 1-2 on their season, won their opening night game against Brooklyn, dropped their next 2 at home. One of the top teams in the league at home last season has dropped their first 2 games at home. But they have been struggling with injuries. The injury bug definitely has hit the Cavs. Jarrett Allen, their starting big man, has yet to play. The anchor of the team is practicing. Reportedly, he is practicing, but he's not quite there yet to return to the lineup. He's not going to play tonight. Darius Garland played in the opening night game against Brooklyn, missed the last 2. And Donovan Mitchell played the first 2 games, missed the last one. Allen and Garland are expected to miss tonight. Donovan Mitchell, a questionable tag next to his name. The reason for this 2.5-point line for the Knicks, the reason they're favored, Cleveland in their last game with all 3 of those players that I just mentioned being out. The Pacers were favored by 4.5. This line right here kind of indicates that the books expect Mitchell to play. Now we got to see the line movement. I calculate Mitchell to be worth around 3 points. Around 3 points either way. So if he gets confirmed in, the Cavs should become a short favorite here. If he is confirmed out, this line should skyrocket at least to the Knicks being a 5.5 or 6 point favorite. This is what I expect from this game. It's too early for any predictions. Any predictions right now would be speculative in nature. I don't really want to do that. What I am going to do in this game, how I'm going to approach it as of now, is a play on the total. I'm going to go here with the under 214.5. Last year, especially in the playoffs, guys, these teams struggled massively to get points on the board. Just continue with the trend here. I'm going to try here with the under 214.5 in this game. But like I said, Mitchell's status extremely important when handicapping this game. But for now, the under 214.5 is my play in this ball game. In our second game of the night, we got the San Antonio Spurs in Phoenix taking on the Suns. The Suns 7.5-point home favorites. Currently, I had them favored by 9. As we can see, guys, we do have a 1.5-point discrepancy. My line estimate with the actual line. We'll talk about the numbers shortly, but first let's talk about the San Antonio Spurs. Spurs 1-2 so far in their season. Their only win coming against the Houston Rockets, where they needed overtime in order to do that. Victor Wembanyama made some big plays in that game. The big man, the 7'5" big man, who will be matching up with Kevin Durant, should be an awesome matchup in today's game. The Spurs, guys, so far, what I have come away with watching their games is inconsistency. They can't sustain a high level of play throughout the whole game, but that's normal for a team that is still in the rebuilding process. They have shown some very good flashes, but they just can't sustain it for a whole game. That's my takeaway so far on the San Antonio Spurs. The Phoenix Suns, like I said, the team that I expect to come away with the best record in the NBA this season. They're 2-1 to start. Won their opener in Golden State, lost to the Lakers, and then blew out the Utah Jazz in their last game, playing without Devin Booker and Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal actually has not played at all so far in the first 3 games. Devin Booker played the opener, has missed the last 2. In tonight's ball game, he is listed as doubtful. Beal will not be playing, which means the Phoenix Suns are going to go into this game pretty much with the same team that played in the previous one, a blowout win against the Utah Jazz. I have to admit, I have been impressed by the Phoenix Suns supporting cast. They are holding it down. Players like Eric Gordon, the veteran, scored 21 in that game. Grayson Allen had 17. The bench played well, got a lot of production from the bench. But guys, I also think, I don't know how sustainable this is. These players are who they are. I don't think they can do it every single ball game. In my opinion, guys, this line, it being short, think about it. The Spurs in LA against the Clippers were 9.5, 10-point dogs. And over here with Phoenix, who supposedly is a stronger team, at 7.5. I'm going to take my chances here, guys, with the Spurs and the plus 7.5. This is also going to be my play of the day. I really like the Spurs in this spot. Like I said, they have been inconsistent, but this number is a little low. I think the books are trying to attract some money with Phoenix. I'm going to take San Antonio here with the plus 7.5. And in our last game of the night, we got the Orlando Magic in LA taking on the Clippers. The Clippers 7.5-point home favorites. Currently, I had them also favored by 7.5. Some big news for the Clippers that we're going to get into in just a minute. But first, let's talk about the Orlando Magic. The Magic, 2-1 to start their season, have been playing pretty well. Last night, they were in the same building that they're going to be playing tonight against the Lakers. They had their opportunities in that ball game to come away with the win, fell just short. The Lakers wanted a little more after losing the previous night to the Sacramento Kings. They wanted that bounce back spot. You could tell the way they were playing, putting full effort. Magic were right there, guys. The game got decided with small details here and there. The Lakers snuck out the W by 3. Magic still playing well though, guys. The first 3 games have been very promising. What to take note of so far in their first 3 games, they're locking down on defense, guys. As you can see, the Orlando Magic gave up 86 points in their opener to the Rockets, 97 to the Portland Trailblazers, and the Lakers just scored 106. The Magic trying to get the job done on the defensive end. This is going to be their first back-to-back set. We got to see how they respond in a situation like this. Like I said, the season is still young. We got to see what each team's patterns are like, how they respond in back-to-backs, how they play with no rest, and so on. The team is young. I don't know if it'll affect them that much. We'll see tonight, though. The Orlando Magic playing well to start the season. The LA Clippers, the big news, they picked up James Harden. Finally, the whole James Harden saga is over. The deal got done. Now, who are the Clippers going to be losing in this deal? Marcus Morris, who hasn't really been playing. Robert Covington was starting. He started the previous game. Nick Batum, a regular off the bench. KJ Martin, also getting playing time, who they picked up in the offseason from Houston. He's also going to be gone, along with some draft picks here and there, which means the Clippers have lost 2-3 players who were in the rotation in the last couple games. Add insult to injury. Let's talk about some injuries. The Clippers, Zubac and Powell, both listed as questionable. Zubac with a quad injury. Normal Powell with the foot, listed as questionable. If these guys don't play, along with the players that I mentioned in the trade, the Clippers are going to be looking for some bodies. Will they still have enough to get the job done? Yeah, but it's going to be a lot tougher. That is for sure. Now, any prediction on a handicap bet, on a side bet here, I think would be very speculative. I don't want to do that right now. It would be irresponsible at the moment. What I am going to do is I'm going to look for a play on the total here. I'm going to go with a play on the over 220.5. I know I just mentioned that the Magic have been locking down on D, but the Clippers have been scoring at will in their first few games. Their first couple of games, especially at home, they were scoring a lot of points. And the Orlando Magic's second night of back-to-back, they might not be that sharp on their feet. I think the score could go above this 220.5. Now, for who's going to be in and out for the Clippers, we're going to have to check this out a little closer towards game time. As of now, it is unknown. Over 220.5 in this game is my pick for the last game of this Halloween night. And this is what I got for you guys today on this Tuesday, October the 31st, Halloween, and the last day of the month. We did our analysis on all 3 games, got our picks, and we are ready to go. Now, if I need to update some of this information, I will in my next video with my best bet of the night, which I'm pretty much telling you guys from now, it's most likely going to be with the San Antonio Spurs in the plus 7.5. Now, of course, we do have to wait closer towards game time. We don't want any unpleasant surprises from the injury front. We see they have been doing some very sketchy stuff. For example, guys, yesterday we saw what happened with the Pelicans. Out of nowhere, Brandon Ingram got left off. It was good for us, though. We had the Warriors in that game. But my point here is that a lot of stuff can happen last minute, guys. It's always good to wait closer towards game time to put in your bets. I don't see much changing in the San Antonio Phoenix game unless something happens and Booker comes back out of nowhere. We'll have to wait and see, but I am liking the San Antonio Spurs in that game. And that is it. I'm going to stop rambling for now. With 3 games in the videos, I think has gone on long enough. So I'm going to cut it right here, guys. I'm going to wish you guys good luck. Enjoy your day. Give the kids some candies that come knocking on your door. Be a good guy. It'll give you guys a nice aura and possibly give you guys some good luck with your picks. And with that being said, good luck once again, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Later.